to separate the men from the bars, motherfucker. Let's go. Let's go. Best verse can't allow my intro. Word your blood, daddy. This time is for taking. Time steady ticking. Food supply getting lower and these diapers getting expensive.
What up? It's your boy E with Boxing Profits, bringing that toe-to-toe value that's undisputed in this industry. Be sure to watch this whole video to get max value out of it. Like the video, share the video, become a subscriber too, so we can continue to bring value to the sport we all love, and that's boxing, you dig. So let's get straight to it. We headed to the middleweight division with former undisputed king Bernard, the Executioner, aka the Alien Hopkins, has come out and made some crazy headlines recently, and I wanted to dive in on this and put my 2 cents in the pot, right? So, Bernard Hopkins believes that Anthony Joshua stands a chance against Tyson Fury if, that's a big if, they match up sometime later on next year, okay? We can't overlook Deontay Wilder in this scenario. I'll get to that in a second. And we also can't overlook Kubrat Pulev. All right. So anyway, Bernard Hopkins is saying that he believes that Anthony Joshua will get knocked down to the canvas and find that fire and come out and knock Tyson Fury out in the later rounds, which is crazy to me. It's because Chinny Joshua, was knocked out by an overweight, used to be homeless Mexican. Not only did he get knocked out, but he quit. He spit his mouthpiece out, and he was knocked down 4 times en route of that devastating performance, okay? In addition to that, Anthony Joshua was also floored by the 40-year-old Vladimir Klitschko, okay? And which he did come out victorious against Klitschko in the end and retired him. And he also revenged his loss with Andy Ruiz like a real champion does, and he regained his titles. But Tyson Fury has never been knocked out, okay? He's never been, pinned to the floor and quit and all this other stuff. Now, there's a lot of bad energy, there's a lot of controversy coming out of Tyson Fury's camp. Trust me, where there's smoke, there's fire, and Fury is holding a smoking gun in my opinion. But I still believe that Tyson Fury is one of the greatest heavyweights that's ever lived, and he's definitely going down as one of the top 50 greatest boxers that ever lived, okay? It's because I think that he's the greatest heavyweight of this era, okay? And Bernard Hopkins' logic, just doesn't make any sense. He's talking about Anthony Joshua's IQ and things of that nature. Well, why didn't Anthony Joshua's IQ prevail him from getting knocked out by an overweight Mexican, right? Why he didn't apply what he did the second time around in the first fight if his IQ is so sharp on all 4 corners like Bernard Hopkins was trying to suggest, right? Everybody's writing off Deontay Wilder as well. Like, Deontay Wilder's not in the mix in this, okay? And like he doesn't stand a puncher's chance to knock out Tyson Fury, when they fight sometime later on this year, according to Bob Hearn. I believe the fight date is tentatively set for December the 12th. Hopefully, we have all this pandemic nonsense and lockdown behind us by then. Bob Hearn came out just today and let it be known that the Raiders Alliance Stadium or Legion Stadium or whatever it is, it's a $2 billion stadium in Las Vegas. They're going to house the fight, and it's a 65,000 seat stadium. But he thinks that there's enough space in there to get 25,000 people in there safely for that fight. And also China was in the discussions, but I believe that fight is going to happen at that new $2 billion stadium. I mean, what a way to end 2020, right? And I think that Deontay Wilder, if he can get his mind right, man, if he can get his leg and footwork in order, and he get his balance right, I think that he can actually defeat Tyson Fury. And once that happens, then we got to factor in Dillian White, right? Dillian White is the mandatory for the WBC title and has been for some time. And listen, man, I like Dillian White. I like all the heavyweights. And you know what I'm saying? It's all love over here at Boxing Profits, okay? And I'm just looking at it as a fluky, flaw, snaky situation that he's in dealing with Eddie Hearn, and how Eddie Hearn is doing all this talking now for this, AJ and Tyson Fury fight when he wasn't doing all this talking and promoting for Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, okay, for that undisputed matchup. I mean, undisputed was right there, and Anthony Joshua refused to take it. Him and Eddie Hearn, and they danced around it just like they dancing around it now. Now that Deontay Wilder took that loss, now you hearing Eddie Hearn out here trying to basically breach the contracts and snake his way in, and thinking that he's going to get an undisputed heavyweight matchup in the UK by just like jumping over Deontay Wilder like he don't mean shit. Listen, man, that's a whole bunch of baloney. All right, we'll see if Eddie Hearn is singing the same song. He has the same energy if Deontay Wilder wins this next fight, the trilogy in a rubber match with Tyson and Gypsy King Fury. Okay, it's because Dillian White is still a factor. And, I hate to see Dillian White in this blender like this. And I think that if Deontay Wilder wins, well, then they need to settle the score. If Dillian White happens to get past Alexander Povetkin, which I certainly believe that he will do so, okay? So, and that's another major situation, right? You got to factor in Dillian White. And let's talk about Kubrat Pulev right quick, right? Bob Arum has come out and said that he believes that Kubrat Pulev is going to knock Anthony Joshua out. He's even saying that he's going to place a big bet on Anthony Joshua being knocked out by Kubrat Pulev. Now, that's going to be a whole nother video for me to do. But at the end of the day, I wanted to touch on that. It's because people are factoring out Kubrat Pulev like he can't go on that boat or in that castle and knock Anthony Chinny Joshua smooth, clean about that bitch. And if they fight in the boat, you know what I'm saying, that boy better know how to swim, because Kubrat Pulev at 39 years old can knock Anthony Joshua clean up off that boat. And the way he move around, how he get knocked out, and how his legs be wobbling, they better have a life jacket on that boy. He better come to the ring with a life jacket on. That's what I'm saying. It's because Kubrat Pulev can knock that boy clean off in the water. Okay? Well, anyway, let me know how you guys feel about Bernard's execution of Hopkins' assessment about the Anthony Joshua potential matchup with Tyson and Gypsy King Fury. Do y'all think that Bernard Hopkins' logic is accurate with his assessment? I don't believe he is. I totally disagree. It's because, again, we haven't seen Tyson Fury get knocked out on record, and we've seen Anthony Joshua quit in the ring before. So y'all let me know how you feel out in the comment section below. Like this video, share this video to the world. It's your boy E with BoxingProfits signing out until the next one. Holla at your boy 100. Woo, I'm out.